Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer courtesy of Phil. Thank you so much. This is a homebrew, actually, so sent some beers with homebrew. So note, I kick most of my beers, now. These are 2 bottle condition ones, okay? Cool, so this is a Tavern Porter with cherries. Cool. How about this? Let's try this beer out and then see what it says. Does that make sense? No, you guys are probably curious what this beer is. Let's see what this beer is. So, made with 2-row, chocolate, black, coffee, Cara 20 as malts. Hops are Chinook. It has flaked oats, pink cherries, and some cocoa nibs. So apparently Yard's Brewing, also City Tavern Center. So he's from Philly. Cool. Make Tavern Porters. So he made one for the holidays, but also added cherries to it. Doesn't meet any style guidelines. Probably closest to pre-prohibition porter. I never had any of those. Anyway, comes in at 5.2. Okay, pretty dark. 37 SRM is what he's calculated. Yeah, right around there. Probably a little bit lighter than that, but yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, it's actually more brown. I'd say it's like, is it? Yeah, I would sure say it's definitely dark brown, not black. So we're staying in the same range, right? 32, 35. 30 SRM, yeah, somewhere around there. So, on the nose, I mostly get maybe not the cocoa nibs, but it's just malt. It's malt. A really nice kind of like a chocolatey malt character. Milk chocolate, light espresso notes. Coffee. Actually, I would have... Wait, yeah, there's coffee in here, right? Wait, so adjuncts are... Wait, what? Specialty, he says coffee, but is there a coffee malt? Bing cherries and cocoa nibs. I'm so confused. That's what I smell. I smell coffee. All right, whatever. Cheers. I do have a little cold. Okay, interesting. So, it's not a very roasty dark beer. Probably in the range of something like English port or something. That's the best guess I could go. It's actually pretty nice. The cherries are very subtle in the sense that it's almost like this kind of fruity dark malt note slash caramel crystal malt note with the ester profile of a really fruity yeast. So it has a really nice kind of pretty nose that like, as if, like the one that I did with the Bell's cherry stout was like too syrupy and too cherry-like. It gets this really abrasive-ish kind of like American stout. This is like pretty. It sits at a really like light place, and it's a little bit desserty, a little bit sweet. The cherry flavor is actually really nice. It's really nice in red fruit. I think it might be maybe even complementing characteristics in the beer. I'm not quite sure, but it's a really nice kind of red fruit note that gives a really wonderful richness and complexity to the beer. That's like not overly too fruity, but just on the edge, right? It's a nice kind of just like 5% dark beer. A really, really light American porter would be a good example, or to have be something like English porter. That's really nice kind of drinkable beer. Reminds me again of the Anchor Christmas beer that has sort of just like this pretty place where you have a dark beer that's really not too roasty, but has all these really fun flavors in it that you're sort of looking for. That one was spice based. This one has a little bit of fruitiness to it. And he's got to tell me, but is there coffee in here? It's not a coffee beer, is it? No. But how you get that kind of roastiness is really interesting. And then there's a really nice middle of a chocolatiness that I get that I like compared to, like for me, cocoa nib beers I find too detracting. But I find maybe how he's using it, either treatment or the volumes he's using it at, just really nice. Like it just has really, you know, I mean, you can describe it as a milk chocolate dipped cherry beer, and I think you do a great job at that. I'd say some people would argue it's thin in our realm pastry style, but 5.2, this is just at where it should be. Sounds like very good. So, number one rule, is it commercial? Yeah, I could definitely see this at a, craft brewery or, produced by some brewery. Doesn't taste homebrew to me. Pretty good. How is it though? I feel like as it warm it up, it might not be as like attractive and pretty. But I mean, that's just part of the game, you know. Every beer sort of does that. So, well, not every beer, but some get prettier with temperature. This is pretty nice. It's very nice. Yeah. Again, I like the subtlety of it. The roast is really light. It sits on this kind of like oh, there you go. Those waffle, like thin stroop waffle thingies covered in chocolate. So it's got a really light kind of like sweet waffly tone to it with a little bit of milk chocolate. Is there coffee in here? I don't know. A little bit of roast. Fruitiness is quite nice. I guess what I was smelling was not the coffee, but maybe the cocoa nibs. Who knows? But very good beer. Let's go with a solid. I do find it a little bit watery at the end. I find that there's a richness that sort of can last on the palate a little bit longer. How you do that? Water treatment, adjusting the malt bill, maybe you're offering some more specialty malts in there. Not the dark ones, maybe a little bit more dark, but like sort of the middle body ones. I'm thinking Munich. The crystal malts, Carat 20 is pretty low, maybe higher level bond with crystal malts. Very nice. Then again, I don't even know what a pre-prohibition porter tastes like, so let's go with a solid 87. 87. That is Tavern Porter with cherries. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Thank you so much, Phil. Fun one. Took me a while to pick through this beer, but it was fun. Tasty. Cheers.